Hi everyone, I'm Brooke, and for my journalism class this summer, I'll show you a piece of writing from or about the Bay Area, and then we'll talk about it. So today's writing, as promised, is a series of poems inscribed on the walls of the Angel Island Detention Center by Chinese immigrants. And I know I said in a previous video that my friend was visiting and she could take some pictures, but it was closed. So no pictures, but I'll still read you the poems. So just for a brief bit of history, Angel Island is an island in the San Francisco Bay, and it served as an immigration port between 1910 and 1940. And in those 30 years, around 500,000 people were processed or detained on the island. And Chinese immigrants were detained in higher numbers than any other ethnic group, and they represented a third of all the detainees. They were also detained for longer on average, with the longest known detention lasting for 25 months. So that's over 2 years. And while confined to the barracks, many Cantonese-speaking Chinese men inscribed poems on the walls, leaving most of them unsigned and undated to avoid punishment. There are no recorded poems by women on the walls of Angel Island. Many of the poems are in traditional Chinese style, so 4 vertical rows of 7 characters each. A lot of them include rhyme schemes and rhythmic elements in Cantonese that will unfortunately be lost in translation as I read the poems to you in English. So I have chosen just a couple of favorites, just 3, but in total there are 154 of these poems that have been recorded and translated thus far. So I encourage you to check them out, and I will link a website in the description where you can find them all. So the poems are untitled, but I'll refer to them as they're listed on the website, so you can search them if you want to. And I think you can hear in them just the homesickness and the longing for family, and I find these poems to be really touching. So here's the first one. Island 26. The insects chirp outside the 4 walls. The inmates often sigh. Thinking of affairs back home, unconscious tears wet my lapel. Island 114. On a long voyage, I traveled across the sea. Feeding on wind and sleeping on dew, I tasted hardships. Even though Su Wu was detained among the barbarians, he would one day return home. When he encountered a snowstorm, Wen Gong sighed, thinking of bygone years. In days of old, heroes underwent many ordeals. I am, in the end, a man whose goal is unfulfilled. Let this be an expression of the torment that fills my belly. Leave this as a memento to encourage fellow souls. Island 70. Being idle in the wooden building, I opened a window. The morning breeze and bright moon lingered together. I reminisce about the native village far away, cut off by clouds and mountains. On the little island, the wailing of cold, wild geese can be faintly heard. The hero who has lost his way can talk meaninglessly of the sword. The poet at the end of the road can only ascend a tower. One should know that when the country is weak, the people's spirit dies. Why else do we come to this place to be imprisoned? So that's the 3 that I've chosen for today. I hope you enjoyed, and if you get the chance to visit them in person on Angel Island, you should definitely take it. So please let me know of any other works from or about the Bay Area that you think more people should know about, and I'll be back soon with another piece of writing for us to look at. Thank you.